Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is what you're gonna get today. This is all you're getting today is my face. I know the people are going crazy. Crowd is going crazy. Mic check 1, 2. Right. Mic check 1, 2. Microphone checker 1, 2. We came here today to the Prince George's County Police Department to. And I'm also poor too, so work on that first. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Came here today, press conference from the Prince George's Police Department. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Everybody got good audio? Got good sound? DCW, you good?
Speaking to you today will be the Chief of Police, Malik Aziz, the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Public Safety and Homeland Security, Barry Stanton, and State's Attorney, Aisha Braveboy. We will also be joined here at the podium by the U.S. Marshals Capital Area Region Fugitive Task Force, the Diplomatic Security Service, and the Homeland Security Investigation Service. So we're going to begin in just a couple seconds. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. I'd like to bring up our Chief of Police, Chief Malik Aziz.
Gomez, you coming up? Okay. Good morning. Malik Aziz, Chief of Police, Prince George's County Police Department. First, I want to extend our condolences to Miss Payton and her family on the loss of her son, Asan Payton. Please keep her and her family in your thoughts and prayers. The Prince George's County Police Department, with the assistance of the U.S. Marshals Capital Area Regional Fugitive Task Force, the U.S. Marshal Service New York, New Jersey Regional Fugitive Task Force, the Diplomatic Security Service, and the Homeland Security Investigations and Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, located and arrested a suspect wanted in the fatal shooting of 6-year-old Asan Payton of Washington, D.C. The suspect is 33-year-old Rakeem Gilgores. On July 4th, 2024, patrol officers responded to a report of a shooting in the 4500 block of Akron Street at approximately 7:50 p.m. Payton was located suffering from a gunshot wound and was rushed to a hospital for treatment. He later died of his injuries on July 6, 2024. 2 adults were also injured during the shooting. A man suffered injuries not considered life-threatening, and a woman was treated on the scene for a graze wound. The preliminary investigation revealed the shooting took place during a holiday gathering in the neighborhood. Through various investigative techniques, detectives were able to identify a suspect in the shooting. The suspect was located in Guyana and taken into custody by the Criminal Investigations Department and the Special Branch of the Guyana Police Department. Gilgores was deported back to the United States. Gilgores is charged with second-degree murder and related charges. He is currently detained in the state of Florida awaiting extradition. It should be noted that our detectives and partners will turn over every rock and utilize every resource at our disposal to bring an individual to justice who commits the crime of homicide. The race is not over, and we pass our baton to our partners in the state attorney's office under the Honorable State Attorney Aisha Braveboy. Anyone who attended the party or anyone who may have information that could further assist in this investigation is urged to contact our homicide unit detectives at 301-516-2512. And you may also contact our crime solvers online and P3 Tips. And you can remain anonymous. Again, the investigation is not over, and we're passing the baton to the state attorney's office. So I'm going to pass it over to our state attorney, Aisha Braveboy.
Thank you very much, Chief, and thank you all for being here. First, let me say that my office really, our heart goes out to the family of Asan Payton. 6 years old, he should be with us. It's a huge loss to his family and to this entire community. And we will seek, and we believe we will get justice on behalf of Asan, his family, and this entire community. I want to thank the Prince George's County Police Department. They are second to none when it comes to solving homicides. And my homicide unit, headed by Sherry Waldrop, is second to none when it comes to prosecuting these cases. We work very well together, and that is why we together have been able to achieve an over 90% conviction rate when it comes to our homicides. And so this is not unlike any other case. We will pursue it vigorously. We know that there are other individuals out there who also need to be held responsible, and we ask that the public continue to provide information to us. They are our partners. The reason we're here today is because the public stepped up and provided information to the department. And the department pursued these leads, and we were able to make at least one arrest. But we know that this cause of justice in this case is not over. And so we want to continue to receive information from the public. We've been working really hard to ensure that the first individual, Mr. Gilgaris, was arrested and brought back here to Maryland to face justice. And Sherry Waldrop, who's the chief of our homicide unit, both she and Bill Porter will be handling this case. But Sherry has been working very closely with the police department. I want her to talk about the efforts that our office have done in order to ensure that this individual was brought here to Maryland to face justice in our court system. So Sherry?
Chief Aziz, Ms. Briefboy. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, but I did want to echo what the role of the community in enabling us to be able to ensure full justice is achieved in this case. Like every homicide case, our office has worked hand in hand with the Prince George's County Police Department from the very beginning. And like every homicide case, we are only but two parts of the necessary triumvirate. We need the community's assistance to be able to close cases, to be able to charge cases, to be able to effect arrests, to be successful in court. We got that in this case so far, and I am hopeful that we will continue to receive the community's support, both as the investigation continues and as the case and potential other cases proceed through the court system. Our office will not stop working with the police. The police will not stop working with our office on this case or any other homicide cases, but it is critical that we have the assistance of the community. This case was a little bit different in terms of Mr. Gilgaris leaving the area and going abroad to Guyana. We had the opportunity to work with our excellent federal partners who on this case did an amazing job in locating and apprehending Mr. Gilgaris, but it really was a testament to a system that they have perfected and relationships that they have perfected internationally. So there was quite a bit of behind the scenes work that went into this, but it was a result of established, strong relationships. Thank you very much, and I look forward to continue prosecuting the case.
Good morning. My name is Barry Stanton. I'm the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Public Safety for Prince George's County. On behalf of County Executive Angela Alsop-Brooks, this is a sad day. July 4th should have been a celebration. Should have been a celebration for the community and for the families. To have the loss of a 6-year-old Hassan Payton to this type of gun violence is totally not acceptable. It shouldn't be acceptable in Prince George's County. We are just saddened by the loss of 6-year-old Hassan. The loss of this 6-year-old is a senseless act of violence. I want to thank Chief Aziz and the police department's homicide investigators for their tenacity to hunt down this suspect and bring him back to Prince George's County. I want to thank the U.S. Marshals, the U.S. Marshal Service for their help and their support in getting this suspect back to Prince George's County. I also want to thank our community. Our community, without their help, without their tips, we would not be here today. So it's very important that we recognize the importance of community involvement with helping our police department, our homicide unit, our state's attorney close these cases and deal with such horrendous type of crime for a 6-year-old kid. Finally, let me thank again the State's Attorney's Office, State's Attorney Braveboy for their support, their assistance in moving this case forward. So again, on behalf of County Executive Alsop Brooks, we want to express our condolences, our sympathy to the Payton family. Thank you very much.
With that, we'll take a couple of questions.
Why was the suspect, Mr. Gilmore, in that neighborhood at the time of the incident?
That right there, we don't know exactly why he was there. He's maybe he's known to a few people there, we believe, and he, just like it was a celebration at night. That community, every year, they have a good time. They're out there, you know, barbecuing and enjoying the 4th of July. And that person may be a known person to many people, you know. So, you know, again, probably, no doubt, people, you know, we in this nation, in this county, no different. People can travel and go places where they please, but we don't know the exact reason why he was there. But I'm confident that our Major Crimes Division, our homicide unit, they're going to get to the bottom of it and find out exactly the reasons why. I think the most important thing that we can say about this is that we believe this individual who we arrested was there, and a 6-year-old is deceased. Call it tragic, call it a gun atrocity, or whatever it is. Hassan Payton isn't with us, and we believe that this person is the reason why.
Chief Delia from WUSA 9. I have 2 questions, if you don't mind. The first, following up on your statement that you believe he's responsible for the murder, there are still some other suspects you're looking for. Is he identified as the shooter? And what do you believe is the role of the other folks that you're looking for?
Well, we believe that another individual is involved. As I said at the time, the night of, we don't believe that, you know, what would a 6-year-old do for someone to shoot at him and kill him? So we know that is not the reason. But we have information that leads us to believe that there was 2 people involved in some kind of exchange with each other, and we're still working to identify that individual and bring that individual to justice too. They are responsible for the murder, the death of Hassan Payton. So that is number one.
The second person during that exchange you believe was at the party?
We believe he was there. He was in an exchange. We believe that at this point. Of course, if we're able to have cooperation from the arrestee, Gilgores, then we should know more. But people, I mentioned at the end of my statement, there are many people who were there. There are many people who know things, and we're asking them to come forward. I don't know what else it would take when a young child is senselessly murdered in our community, on our streets, having a good time on the July 4th. So we know they exist. We have had, you know, cooperation from community members. We're asking for more. Help us resolve this and bring that individual and whoever else was there responsible for this senseless, you know, act of murder.
I want to give my colleagues 2 more. I'm sorry, I had another one, if you don't mind. At what point did you realize that the suspect was in Guyana or not in the U.S.? Was it information from tipsters that led you to that conclusion? At what point did you know this was a suspect who was no longer local?
Well, I take this moment to talk about, I think you heard it from the state attorney, and part of my statement, we have some of the best, I believe the best, homicide investigators in this nation. And they put together that information with segments of people who cooperate, other avenues of investigative techniques to locate this individual. And when you put all those pieces together, just like a puzzle, then it led us to that this individual was in Guyana. And I can't Behind me are individuals who represent our federal partners who helped us with this. This is not a situation where we could have done it alone. They're doing great work inside of our Prince George's County Police Department, and through relationships with the U.S. Marshal Service, the Capital Area Regional Fugitive Task Force, the U.S. Marshal Service, New York, New Jersey, ICE, Homeland Security. They played such an integral role in helping us put this together, because they go out every single day. They do this, they build world relationships, and without those world relationships from our federal partners, and we being a partner here domestically, we would not been able to get Mr. Gilgores and bring him back to U.S. soil so he can face justice here in the state of Maryland, Prince George's County.
So why Guyana? Did he have friends, family there?
Well, at this particular point, we believe that he has some family relations there. That's usually the case when anybody who is running, they have friends or family somewhere, and they're seeking cover. And he was seeking cover in Guyana. That cover did not protect him in Guyana. With their cooperation with our federal partners, we were able to locate that individual and bring him to justice. But that's usually the case. Hey, how you doing?
Can you put this case in the context of where city violent crime stands right now?
Well-
We all know that often crime spikes in the summer, so.
Right. Just like any other jurisdiction, any other city or state or county, you normally see crime rise in the summer. And that's the reason why we put together initiatives, operations that run year-round, but especially ramped up in the summer. I've said it in the past few weeks, the total crime is down, property crime is down, our violent crime is up, and there's a follow-up to why violent crime is up. So homicides are slightly down, that's positive. Non-fatal shootings are down, that's positive. Carjackings are down, that's a positive. We are in a battle for commercial robberies and citizen robberies. Now, the reason why our that is domestic violence assaults with no weapons and assaults with no weapons. These are fights. These are people pushing. These are threats. These are the things that we capture in offense reports, and we report it on our crime stats for everyone to see. And those are the drivers of violent crime. 13 of our homicides, though, are domestic violence related, domestic related. And we're not in anyone's home. A lot of those fights are people who know each other. They're inside of a residence or some business, and they know each other. These are very difficult challenges for law enforcement to deal with. But we take those reports, we capture them, we capture all domestic, violence assaults, whether weapon or not, and we report them. And that's why we're high. We're still in the battle. We believe that with all of our the support of municipalities, with the support of our other agencies who are non-police related, and with the great support of intelligence and information from our great citizens or residents of this county in this area, we are able to turn a corner this year. We have 6 months, to go or less to be in this battle of crime. It never stops for us.
About Mr. Gilgores, can you give us any more information about is he from the United States or is he from Guyana? What's his immigration status?
We believe he is a citizen of the United States. I don't have any other information to say if he was a dual citizen or if he had any of that right now. We're still early in trying to identify those things. And while some of those things are important, the most important part for us, for Prince George's County Police and our partners is that we believe we have brought one of the people to justice for the crime of homicide. So wherever he was born and wherever he was residing, whatever he claims, it'd be inconsequential to bringing some justice to Hassan Payton and Miss Payton and his family. I'll take one more question.
Chief, was there any information as to how he got to Guyana, and did that help in the investigation at all?
Well, at the risk of sounding out of line here, he flew the guy on a plane. So he took a plane, he got there, and this is right before we identified who he was. And so he was able to get out of the country and seek some cover and shelter in another place, and we found out about it. But investigations move very swiftly. But when our investigators put the pieces together, we found that out, and that he had already fled. So we don't know what particular date that was at this point, but we know after we figured out who he was and who we needed to arrest or bring to justice for this in one party of this, then he was already out of the country. But with that said, if you have any other questions, you see Brian Fisher. One more question. See that? Yeah.
Do you believe the second suspect is currently in the United States or not?
We believe that suspect should turn himself in and face. You want to be a man. You want to get out there and commit violent crimes in our county. You want to carry guns and have an insatiable appetite, insatiable love for weapons, and you want to use them on our streets. You want to get into shootouts, and you want to turn our neighborhoods into anything other than the peaceful places that we live, work, play, where our children play, where Hassan Payton plays, and where we're entertained. Then be a man and turn yourself in. Because, see, you see these guys behind me? They gonna get you. They coming for you. And they know who you are. They gonna find you. So you should just do the honorable thing. At least if you haven't did anything honorable on July 4th, do something honorable today. That's what you should be putting out there. They should hear that word. Be a man, stand up. You was involved in something, and one of our babies is gone. Turn yourself in, be a man, you know. All right, thanks.